fuck's going on? Wait, am I even live? I don't even know what's going on. 1 second there. Yeah, okay, so I am live. Sorry about that. Apologies for this. I don't know what's going on from my side here. According to this, I'm live. There's no one watching. Is there? Is anyone? Sorry about that. I'm having a little bit of a technical issue right now. From my side of the computer, because I can't see if I'm live or not. Give me a sec. I do apologize for this, man. I don't want to... If there is anyone here, I have no idea. I can see the chat's going on though. Yeah, they're saying that I'm live and whatnot. Just having a little bit of a bullshit thing going on YouTube from my side. We'll get this kicking off in just a second there. Let me just reset this now. The thing is, well, yeah, okay, I can see myself now. That's all good. The reason why, I just want to make sure everything's all perfectly fine, is just in case I don't spend a good half an hour, 45 minutes or so, just talking and doing this whole chat thing and realizing, hang on a second, nothing was live, nothing was working, but we're good to go. I was just having a little bit of a technical issue, because normally what happens is I can see on my side, it's all recording and whatnot, but it wasn't showing anything at all. Yeah, the OBS saying it's streaming, but at the same time, it wasn't registering the link for the YouTube link itself. So that's where I had a little bit of an issue there. But we're good though. We're good there. Give me 1 second now. Now we're gonna start off the stream properly with a cigarette. You know what I'm saying? We've gotta do it properly. Otherwise, what's the point in it? Anyway, how's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? It's Tuesday today. Everyone had a great Monday. I mean, I know it's the first day of work and whatnot, and it's been a bit of a ball ache. Cold winter if you're in Europe, or if you're in the UK, it's been really bad weather. If you're in the southern hemisphere, it's nice and summer over there for you guys, so that's awesome as well. I mean, football on yesterday. To recap it, England fucking went on a mad one, 6-2. We had Netherlands won 2-0. I missed that match actually. And Wales and USA was 1-1. I missed that match as well. I had a bit of a migraine, hence the glasses there. A really bad migraine. So I was just literally you know what, I need to close my eyes on the freaking, on the sofa. The next thing is I wake up 6:30 in the morning. I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck happened here? I didn't even eat dinner. So let's get this cracking on now. What's going on, champs? Hope you guys are doing well. It has been quite an interesting week in terms of crypto itself. I mean, everything's just dumping, isn't it? Everything's just going down the shitter, isn't it? That's what's happening at the moment. It's going bad. I'm just looking if I'm getting hit target there. 1 second. Just have a look if we hit target there. No, did we hit? No, not yet. Just close enough, right? We're getting to shorts there. I mean, there's nothing bullish, right? I'm gonna be honest with you guys, right? You guys are not gonna like what I'm saying, and you may like it, you may not like it. It's entirely up to you. But I'm just gonna be I'm not gonna have a bias in terms of, are we long or bullish or bearish? At the moment, there's nothing to buy. Right? There's nothing worth buying. I've been saying this over and over again. To spend the time to actually understand price action. Spend the time to understand what's going on, because when you got the influencers are saying, or even on YouTube, or your feeling are saying because we dropped from, let's say, Bitcoin to, what was it, 69k to 15.5k, and everyone's like, oh, it's time to buy, it's lower price, DCA. Listen, guys, the guys are telling you to buy now, doesn't really know how to trade. That's the honest truth, right? There's a difference, right? If you're investing, you want to invest. Let's be honest, you want to invest at the best price possible. Now, is 15.5k a good price? Yeah, it's a very good price compared to 69k. But is that the low? Well, nothing has showed that that's the low, right? In fact, across the general consensus is 12k is the area they're looking at, 12.5k, 11, 10k. That's the general consensus is, and we've covered it as well. We've covered it why that will be the consensus, which means If the price is going, if the price can drop down another 3.5 grand or 3 grand itself, we can short the market. We can short the market, and that's how it's as simple as that. This is just a bull market, but in reverse. There's money to be made on the downside. It really is that. Now, if you don't know how to trade, I do suggest everyone to go and study price action. You know, when they say fundamentals, bro, listen, the fundamentals has a time, but even then, as a fundamentals, right, the Bitcoin's fundamentals bullish, Solana's fundamentals bullish, you know. ADA, some people can say ADA's fundamentals bullish. Doge fundamentally is bullish. You know, with Elon and Twitter buying Twitter, you can actually put the Doge payment on Twitter and all that kind of stuff. You can do a lot of things, being inclusive to crypto with Doge especially. But Doge went to like 14 cents. Is now what I'm looking at 7.3 cents. Still bullish, right? Fundamentally, XRP got a lawsuit going on. You know, it was all looking all bullish because of the whole, like the court thing coming out and whatnot. It's looking bullish. It went to 50 cents. Now at 38 cents. So you tell me. Well, not 30. Yeah, is it 36 cents? Fucking hell, 36 cents. So you tell me. Is there any reason to long right now? If there is, maybe I'm missing something, but I don't think I am. I've got my own. Like, look, I have my own opinion. Other traders might say, like, they're looking for longs. To me, it's not a swing long. It's not a swing long. I'm selling my Ethereum swing long, right? Ethereum swing short, and I'm looking for 1040. I said 1040, and then I said the next level is 1005. What's so important? 1040 is the weekly low. This is the range low of the weekly range I'm looking to play, which we're playing in. Why 1005? Well, hang on a second, that's July's low. Ethereum, it hasn't taken out July's low, but Bitcoin has. We got this whole, like, I'm not trying to spread FUD. I'm not trying to spread FUD, but I'm just trying to look at it as a technical analysis from a technical point of view. Do not take this as Daink is trying to FUD the market. Daink is extremely bearish, and now's the time to buy. Bro, it's not the time to buy yet. There's nothing showing me there's a time to buy. Just because there's a fundamental basis of something being bullish, is bullish long term. Long term could be what? A couple of months, which is the bull market. A couple of years. Couple of decades, we don't know. Ethereum, crypto, I am bullish. Long term, I am. But right now, the bias on the higher time frame is still bearish. If the bias is still bearish, then what that means, you're looking for plays on the downside, looking for key levels. You look for key levels and see how they react. If it's coming to a key support, see how it reacts for a long. You can enter a long, but as soon as it breaks down and it rejects off other levels, then you start cutting the trade, or taking profits. And if we're coming back up to a key resistance, what do? Look for shorts. So, but at the moment, every time it's just going down and down and down. The monthly open is really, really bad, right? So looking from the monthly itself, right, it looks really, really shit. Let me just fucking bring this up. Let me hide all this stuff first before we just talk about this, right? Before I do so, let me do the morning shout. You know how we do. We got Cryptique in the house. Shout out to Gandalf as well. What's going on, brother? Burns in the house. Well, good morning to you too. Paul Bry, how you doing, man? Yeah, everyone's saying I was live. Klaus is saying I'm live too in Cryptique. Yep. Hugh Janus, what you saying, bro? Dean Suleiman's in the house. Jake 147258. What you saying, my bro? So let's get cracking. Is there any more? Like I said to you, from my side of the fucking YouTube is looking quite shit. Yeah, I've got a number of people actually messaging as well. Who else? We got John Kaboosh. Fuck off. Not you guys. Where were we? Yeah, John Kaboosh is in the house. They had have a noise. Maybe your phone too close. Oh, let me move it to the side a bit over here. Who else we have? Okay, let me just turn this down a little bit. Okay, cool. I've got Derry in the house. Crypto Dad. That's forced intermittent fasting tank. Daink Country Club. What you saying, man? I'm not a whale, bro. I'm not a whale. Pirates the whale here. Joe Crate's in the house as well. Justin, Hasib, what you saying, brother? Walaikum salam. Cars in the house as well. Do you see the England game? Yeah, I watched the England game. That was good, man. 6-2. We fucking smashed the fucking the Iranians there. Sorry, trader, man. Did you saw the Congress? Yeah. So what's his name? Burb's got a Congress going on as well, so you guys are more than welcome to check it out. I have retweeted my show as well. Muru was on yesterday, and the Bybit CEO was on yesterday, so it's going on throughout the week, so do check it out there. Hit the likes as well. Smash the subscribe button for this one, and hit the likes for the Congress as well. Show some support to Burb as well. Burb's a good man. I have a lot of respect for the guy. Really, really humble geezer as well. Met him a number of times. and each time, cool guy. You know what? Burb's a legend, man. I've had some good time with him. So shout out to Burb. Same as BC Richfield. Shout out to BC Richfield. Sorry. Mm. Right. Let's just quickly have a look, right, on Bitcoin, right. I'm just gonna go through why I'm still leaning bearishness, right. Yes, there's many trades and stuff like that, but look at the monthly. The monthly has been absolutely shit. I mean, it's a disgusting monthly right here. We've clearly have, we've got 8 days left, right? The chances of us coming up to monthly open is very slim. Why? Because we've got this level as resistance, and then we got this level as resistance as well. So there's areas of resistance which is gonna cap. I mean, like, I'm not saying you can't go back up, but I'm saying like there's areas of resistance you gotta pay attention to, right? And if it starts breaking down on these areas, and then we have an area to short down. Okay, so looking at that, but looking at this, right? A lot of people will be saying, hang on a second, from 69k to 15.7k, it's a time to buy. I can DCA in. Yes, you can DCA in. I'm not saying you can't. But for me, my view of DCA is different. I want to see it establish a bottom before I start like entering into the market. I want to see us establish a bottom. A bottom in what way? What we're looking for is price is to not just to spike down and then spike up and then go bullish like that. I don't want to see that, because that's the chances of that happening. It's very slim. It's very slim. I don't see that happening as well. What's going on, Adam? Adam found a country clubs in the house as well. But sweeping Monday is low. Kai is saying as well, and I think I'm still in shorts. I still have my shorts. I slept through my shorts, which is like a bit of a dumbass move to do, but I got lucky. You don't do that, right? You don't sleep for your shorts unless you think you tighten your stop loss and whatnot. But I did tighten my stop loss yesterday with the Ethereum short, in terms of bringing it to break even. I already brought that to break even, and I'm just waiting for the bottom to take out and get a nice decent trade there. So what I was saying about like establishing a bottom, I want to see price, right, like come back down, right, do its thing, and look. This is what price has been doing, like that. This is what's happened, right? Smack down, and then doing this, and then smack down. Every time we have a bottom over here, we have a range band environment. Let's say this is the range band environment. It gets back up, and it comes into this area where it finds resistance and swing back into the range, play back to the range low, smashes below here. There's another range band environment as well. Let's just do this one. This is another range band environment, finds resistance in the mid range, smacks below, and it keeps dropping lower and lower. That's what price is doing. So this has not shown me a bottom. Where would it show me a bottom, right? Like confirmation wise, let's just look at this one for example, right? If price were to get back up and hold support, right, we got bullish market structure, because what we have a lower low, a low. We have a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. It's continuation of higher highs and higher lows. This is what I call a continuation pattern. This is how traders like to play. A lot of traders like to play. And an easier way to play really is actually playing the continuation phases, when you have like market structure still bullish, right? And you just keep playing it, bouncing off, and you just keep going up until it does something like this, and then it shows us now it's the continuation phase on the downside. And just how you would play on the upside like this, you play on the downside. It's the same similar pattern, right? All you gotta do is just reverse the whole thing. It's not really difficult, like in its own in its own sense. But the problem has become now, that I truly believe, is that a lot of traders have become very what's the word? Oh, I can't think of the word, man. Like accustomed. They're very accustomed to the idea of long, because why? You were born in the bull market. One of the some of the greatest traders that has come out of the bull market have played the bear market, and then they played the bottom of the bear market. They monitored the price of Bitcoin for several years, over from whether they joined in 2017 or 2018 or 2019. They stuck through the bear market going into 2020, which we had the flash crash, and then it's been bullish since April 2020. And all the way to what, freaking November 2021. So you had 16 months to play in the bull market. Remember, whatever goes up must come back down, and whatever comes down will have to bounce off the floor somewhere and go back up, right? Whether we go to all-time high, I don't know, but we'll work that level to level, right? And all it is, right, it's just dropping price upon price. Now, a bottom, what I would like to see is price come back down, do its consolidation, right? For a nice, decent long period of time, just like what we've done over here, right? Can you see at 1, 2, 3, 4, a good 4 months of consolidation right there before we broke up. Right now, we have 4 months of consolidation, but it's coming back down. But why? Because the magnet in price, right, is what at first everyone would have been magnet in prices here. You're right there. We were finding support, but now as a monthly, you have to admit we're finding resistance. So if price comes back up, retest this, would you start longing? You'd only long, like for me, I'd start to look for longs if we get back above and show bullish market structure. That's a confirmation play to go back up. For me, if he's come back, if he comes back into this area there, starts rejecting, right, and then starts showing bearish market structure, that's my confirmation play back down low. That's what I'm looking for. It's just being patient. Most people can't even be patient. Why? Because again, you're accustomed to the idea of the bull market. With the bull market, it was very easy to make money. All you got to do is buy and you sell, and you just move that money that your profit, like your whole account, into another coin and buy and sell, and move that to another account, another project, buy and sell. You see SHIB is actually popping up, you buy and you sell, and then you go into, that's all you're doing. You're just buying and selling. That's how easy it is in the bull market. Most people play the spot play because it was a lot more easier, right? Very, very easy. Some people jumped into the leverage because they're like, oh, you know what, I can make a bit more money if I actually go on leverage on like a 10x or 100x. But the problem is, right, now that the market has reversed itself, right, it's done so for several months, right? Whether you were short here at the top of here and you found, yeah, this is bearish, and you come back down, whether you found like at the mid range, you find like, yeah, this area here has been resistance and you start shorting it back down, or whether you started shorting over here because this is the resistance, start coming back down, or even you can actually find resistance here and come back down. It's still a bear market. Nothing's changed, right? Nothing's changed. Nothing showed as bullishness. Now, I can agree there are moments to actually be long, but it's truly just a day trade and scalp trade. Nothing is mega bullish to start buying. I've seen tweets, right? I'm not atting anyone, right? I'm not trying to, downgrade anyone or call anyone shit. But what I'm trying to say to you is just pause for a second and look at the probability. Trading is really a game of probability, right? Just like if you were to do anything in life, right? You set up a business, right? It's a probability. Like the probability increases as you have more customers coming into your business to buy whatever product you're selling. But it also increases the probability when you have a really good work ethic. If you're working nonstop, then your business will eventually flourish and grow because you're putting the effort and time into it. But if you want to make money, it's the same thing like a business, or you go to work, right? You got to put the effort into it. Because if you start slacking at work, right, eventually you're going to get warning 1, warning 2, warning 3, you're going to get sacked, right? You're going to get suspension and then get sacked. That's because they were like, yo, this guy, fucking, I'm going to pick out Final Country Club in it because I know the geezer really well. Like, Final Country Club goes to work, right, in I don't know, like, let's just say he works for I don't know, a manufacturer for cars. He works for BMW now. Right, he works for BMW, and he's built his way up, right, from like fitting steering wheels to now growing into actually building the X7 and then become a manager, and he's done really well in his life. And even if you become a manager, there's still, you've got targets because your boss will actually hammer you with targets now. Now you think to yourself, you know what, I can't be arsed here. I can't fucking, I don't want to fucking work, right? And you start chilling a little bit. And you're taking little naps in here and there and stuff like that, like in your office. Someone's going to complain about you. And what will happen is your boss will say, yo, listen, Final Country Club. Oh, he's a male stripper, okay? Or let's change the story. He's a male stripper, right? He wants to be a male stripper in this story, okay? So, Final Country Club, right? To become a male stripper, you got to have the body. You have some nice pecs, some abs as well, a big back as well, and big biceps and stuff like that. You've got to, move, be able to go with the music and understand, the flow. That's weird how I know a lot about male strippers. Maybe it was a job I tried to actually get in, but I never got in. But so there's a lot of effort behind it. Now all of a sudden, Final Country Club, he's on the fucking show, right? They're like, his boss comes up to him. Let's call him Sleazy Grease, isn't it? Sleazy Grease comes up to Final Country Club and was like, yo, you're up, go there. And he's like, he's walking into the fucking show, right? And there's a pole there, and he just, shoulders down and just moving like this, like a dickhead, innit? Is any women gonna give him freaking money like dollar bills? No one's gonna give him any dollar bills. His boss gonna the DJ's gonna cut the music. His boss gonna pull him out. It's like, yo, what the fuck's going on in it? Get on the fucking pole, jump on a couple of ladies, and dance on them. Like, get the action going. He does that today. The next day he does that. He does the same thing. The second day, third day he does the same thing. But you think his boss is gonna be like, you can still carry on working? He's gonna sack him. And it's the same thing. So when you're seeing the price going down relating to fucking male stripping, right, to fucking crypto, what the fuck am I doing, man? Jesus Christ, man. And I don't take coke. Imagine if I was on coke. I mean, don't take coke. Coke is haram, number one. And it's I don't do any of these drugs, man. But there were once they find him on here in DC. That's true. But so that, like, now what was I saying? Yeah, don't take coke because like coke is haram. Oh yeah, fucking like, and also like yeah, I've never taken these kind of hard drugs. Never done that. Not interested in it. I was interested in it when I was younger, but like I'm glad that like everyone who does do coke, they say to me don't do it. They tell me not to do it. So never taken it. But imagine if I was, I'd fucking go mad. But relating to male stripping into the market. Now the market itself is the same situation. You want to make money. You want to gain that money. You want to turn your $1,000 or $10,000 or whatever number you've got into the 100K marker, into a million marker, then go into the 10 million marker. You want to hit those figures. Everyone wants to hit a seven-figure number, 8 figures, maybe 9 figures. Who knows, right? You want to hit that, but it's not gonna come like that if you just sit at home and do fuck all. It's never gonna come like that, because if that's the case, all you're doing is you're following what other influencers are saying, and you're just saying like, what about a little refer through deck? That's not. Yeah, bro. Of course not haram, man. Reefer. You know what? Actually, no, I can't say that. I can't say that. I'm not a scholar. I can't say like having a little reefer. It's halal. I can't say that. And like I have no opinion on that, because as you guys know, I do a little bit myself from time to time. But anyway, that's not really a problem. But regarding to the work itself, if you want to make it, you've got to put the work into it. And I've said this time in and time again. The way to make the money, the way to actually to maximize your effort and your gains is really putting the effort. You see people talking about fundamentals, like 27 hours, this and that, and like, look, I made those 27 hours. It's not a big deal. It happens very rarely. It doesn't happen all the time. I'm in a swing trade, which is a 7 hour trade. I'm looking for, again, you get a swing trade, it's quite decent, stuff like that. I've taken a couple of day trades, a couple of scalp trades. You guys have seen me go do the whole thing, like throughout the whole thing. The guys in the DCC understands how I actually play, and a lot of the times I told them that I'm in this trade. If I get stopped out, I'm very open. Same on Twitter, same on YouTube, same on the DCC. I'm very open if I get stopped out. If I had a bad week, I've said it. I said to the guys in November, it was my first bad week in a long time. And it happens. It does happen. I'm human. I make my mistakes. But what I'm saying to you is that you shouldn't make mistakes by relying on the information that's out there, because no one can give you financial advice. This is not financial advice, but this is more of an education advice. Is spend your time to study, because when it comes to the bull market, right? Yes, fundamentals drive the market because it's all bullish. Everything. You don't need to like. I've never paid attention to fundamentals myself. I'm gonna be honest, right? If you ask me what does Solana do, all I know is a fucking blockchain in it, right? You got some NFTs in there. What else that Solana does is backed by Google apparently as well, and that's it pretty much. That's what I can tell you. If you tell me what Ethereum does, Ethereum's like it's a blockchain in it, ERC20 in it, and what else was about ERC20? You've got some NFTs on there and shit like that. DeFi, there's some DeFi things on there. What is DeFi? Decentralized finance. What does it do? I don't know. It's like there's a lot of things. It's bullish in the market. So I bought in some DeFi like YFI, YFV, that kind of stuff. Let's talk about another one. Matic. Matic's good as well. Matic's always good. What does Matic do? I don't fucking know. I know it's got a blockchain too. You see what I mean? I'm telling you, this is genuinely my fundamental knowledge on these projects. I don't fucking give a shit. I don't give a damn. I really don't. You can tell me fundamental this, fundamental that, and whatever. Bro, the price tells me the fundamentals I need to do. So that's what I need to do. When it's bullish, I play the longs. I can play the longs, in and out, the continuation phase as well. I can play a couple of shorts here and there on pullbacks. I can play the longs on the breakouts. I can play the longs from a range low. That's all I need. All I need to make money. I don't need to fucking fucking understand and do all this educate. Yes, the fundamentals has an aspect. I'm not taking that away. But let's be honest. How many of you guys really know fundamentals? How many of you guys really give a shit? Are they curing cancer? No. I bet you guys can't even tell me drugs that cure cancer. I bet you guys can't even tell me drugs that helps with blood pressure. That's a fundamental. Like, as a pharmacist, I'm supposed to know this. As an ex-pharmacist, sorry, I'm supposed to know this, right? But I do know that. But what I'm telling you is, the fundamentals has an aspect, but they do really truly have something. Because what does Bitcoin do? I bet you no one knows what Bitcoin does. Like, very, very little people know what Bitcoin do. Have you ever really read a white paper? I've not really read white papers myself. I've started like a half a page, and I'm like, this is fucking mad. HTN, calcium blocker, beta blocker, bruv. Daink Country Club. Yeah, you fucking gangster. You're actually going out for it. think the lower today. I'm not bullish even short term. Yeah, even Pirates say not bullish. I think he hit my 1080 while sleeping yesterday. I feel like a happy kid. That's awesome, man. That's fucking awesome. Steve is saying that weed is not haram. I love him, man. Based on the value levels, this bear market is kind of worse than the previous ones, including here the recession bias and economy correlation. Would you say this is the hardest one to trade? No, I wouldn't. It's the same like every other trade. Let me explain to you something, right? So it's a very interesting idea that Sorin brought in, right? Okay, let's just go on the yearly, right? So the yearly, we can all look at this yearly and you're like, yo, this looks fucking bad. This is like the worst yearly we've ever had. This is the worst one ever. This is the most disgusting fucking yearly trade, and obviously we've got recession and all the war that's going on. That's why it's dropped down so much from fucking the open was what 46k all the way to 15k, and that's a big drop. And you compare it to this one, you're like, that's not too bad, from like 13k to what to 3k. That's not too bad, when you say that. Like 13 to 3k, it's survivable. But the ones who actually survived in the 2020 bear market guys, the ones who are surviving, they're the real gangsters. They're the real, in the trenches. And my argument is that's bullshit. That's absolutely bullshit. Actually, in actual fact, you got it easier than we do. You know why? There's a few things. Number one, in 2017, 2018, there was very few people who knew how to trade, who knew how to read the market. When I say very few, I can legitimately say one person, and that's Trader SC. He's the only one that was able to do this. All the other traders, including myself, including look, there was other traders. I'm not aware. I wasn't aware of every single trader. Like Pentoshi, I wasn't aware, so I can't really say Pentoshi. I can't really say Mura. Mura's a good friend of mine. I can't really say Mura didn't have to trade. I don't know. I don't remember Mura so much in the bear market. In the early bear markets, I'm talking about the very beginning of 2018. I don't remember him because I wasn't following him at the time. I followed him way after, and I remember Trader SC and the guys I was following who pretended to knew how to trade, but what they were doing, they were using a lot of memes. When I say memes, as in they're looking for inverse head and shoulders. They were looking for head and shoulders. They were looking for bullish flags, and they were looking for fucking pennants. Pennants. That's what they're looking for. Like that's what they were looking for. Really, that's the base. The idea of actually of a short or a long through that idea through a meme. There was very few people who knew how to actually read the market. And the truth is now, right, is that you guys have such a massive help. And I say massive help, like you guys don't know how lucky you are. Like I can't stress that enough. If only you knew how lucky you are, you wouldn't take this for granted. This bear market, you would never take this for granted, because we didn't know we was in a bear market at that time. When we lost 6k in November 2018, I remember that very well, because I will never forget that day, because I thought like, yo, time to fucking give up. Like I generally thought like it's time to give up. Like this is, I stuck with it. I stuck with it, right? But like that feeling was really bad. There was a lot of people, right? Like on YouTube, they would say buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip. There's one guy in particular, right? He was I'm not gonna say his name, but like he was always every single month, right? Every single video that he would do like a whole fundamental. Listen, he was a fundamentalist. He was a fundamentalist, right? And this is why I'm not shitting on fundamentals. I'm not gonna shit that. I'm just trying to explain to you that have the outside perspective, outside of one thing of fundamentals. You also have to look at technical analysis. The technical analysis has a big thing. So with technical analysis, you can trade the bull market and the bear market. Fundamentals is only the bull market and only the bull market only, and that's it. Finish. Khalas. It's game over. But the ones who claim about fundamentals, yeah, look at Plan B. Plan B, right? It's called Plan Bullshit, right? The geezers has been saying to us, right, apparently that in December, right, well, at this time of the month, right, according to his Plan B, SBF or no S2F, stock to flow, market flow, whatever bullshit he's got, that we should be at like fucking 72k. But the motherfucker just like it's fundamentals. Like you're basing off fundamental. You don't really do technical. Trust me. Like he doesn't do anything technical. I have not seen anything technical from him. That's actually that you can say what, he's a bit of a technical chartist, but he's not. He's an on-chain analysis. And on-chains have been saying, yo, this is the biggest hash rates we've ever done, blah, blah, all that kind of shit. But the truth is, right, you guys have got it easier because you've got legitimate people out there who are real legends out there who can actually trade the market both sides and are actually giving their input. So, for example, I'll give you for a couple of names. You got Trader XC, XC, SC. We've got Muro's another geezer. We've got Bab's another geezer. We've got Satoshi. Satoshi. What's his first surname? Let me forget his freaking, because he's a little bit of a legend as well. He's a big ass legend as well. Satoshi. I don't know what's his thingy. Flipper, is it? Yeah, Satoshi Flipper. Who else do we have in terms of traders that we can actually look at? There's a number of people. There's a number of people who are posting out their charts, and they are really really doing something. Like, they're really showing the like the idea. Elise is another one as well. Elise is another geezer. He's a freaking legendary geezer. I think I really believe that he's sick. I'm just trying to scroll through Twitter right now. I'm trying to get some names for you that who I think are legitimate people, and there's nothing else I can think on the top of my head. If I miss some of you guys, I do apologize. It's just like I'm on the stream and I'm just trying to think on the top of my head. But Satoshi Flipper, yeah. We'll talk about Matic in the group FOCC. Here for the money, not for the tech. 100% fuck the tech, man. The tech doesn't mean shit, man. You know what I'm saying? But going back into this, right? You're lucky. You're very lucky in the sense of having real people who actually know how to trade. So let's just like in terms of like what going back to what Soren asked, right? Soren asked an interesting question. Is it harder and is it I think it worse than it ever was because we have this recession, right? But the recession gives you the insight that if we're in a recession, market's going to go down. Now we're in that insight, okay? So that makes an interesting point there. So if we look at the lows from the high to low, where like how much of it has this dropped? It dropped by 67% this yearly. It's really really bad. It's below 50%. We're looking at potentially 70%. Is that going to happen? We don't know how bad it is, but it's really really fucking bad. 67%. But if I measure the same one in 2018 bear market, look at this. 2018 bear market was 81% from the high to the low. So I've got to defend the 2017 guys and 2018 guys, right? Trust me, it's a lot harder than it was back in 2018 than it is now. Now, of course, I've got a lot more like understanding of how the market works, but I can understand that. But we can see that it looks really shit. We can definitely agree that it's looking really shit. Now, is it harder to trade? Not necessarily. Like any trade is going to be hard, whether you're bullish or you're bearish. It's going to be difficult, right? It's what your understanding on the market is, right? So you have to look at how the key levels work, right? Like for example, right? Let's say the 3 months. Let's go on the daily. Let's go on the daily, right? On the daily, I said this over and over again. Prices in the range, right? A range. Let's just work out each range and how can we play this. Just briefly touching this, right? So we've got a range low here, right? And then we got a range high here. That's the first range. So we had prices to play there. Once we break down, find resistance. Look how many times it gives us resistance. This is on the daily, right? This is on the daily. And then he gives us like 3 separate occasions to short the market for a continuation phase. How can we say that? It's bearish market structure. Stop loss over here. Play this down for continuation. And you got a continuation. I was saying the mid-range. And which we did come to the mid-range. Continuation play. And you play this out there. Let's say you take some profits on the way there and you're looking for another set of ranges, no problem. We got a low over here and we've got a high over here. That's another set of range. Okay? That's another set of range you can play. And all you're doing is you're ping-ponging the shit out of it once we get back below it. So get below the mid-range. Obviously, we lose this. We don't retest this there. Lose it there. We come back down, take out this low over here. And then we come back as a retest. You can short this back down. Also, you got another set of range. Where's another set of range? Well, you got a range over here. Range high, and this is the other range. And what happens is you can ping pong it back then. This is on the daily, so you can break this down during the 4 hours, the hourly and whatnot. You see, get back up, do a deviation, gets back below, loses low there. Then you can short this over here, stop loss there with a swing trade back to where? Range low. You got another set of, then once we break out to it, we do another one. We do another range over here, and you're doing the same thing. That's the range bound environment. Here we go, another range. Here's a range over here, and that's the range high over there. And you're playing it back and forth. It's showing us many ranges, and we're just playing those ranges as it comes in. Now, again, we do got another range right here. Right over here, there's another range. And you just keep playing it. You play it within the range. Like I said to you, price is in the range, and I've showed it to you there. Within the space of freaking, a year, actually. We got 1 range, we got 2 range, we got 3 range, we got 4 ranges, 5 ranges, and it has played within these ranges every single time. Yes, we have a bit of a drop there. You can say that's another range there, but let's just say that this is the only drop you miss out. Let's say that's the other drop you miss out. A small little drop you miss out. All this drop you miss out. No problem, but you wait for it to establish a way to actually find a base and show something. So going back into finding a base to the very original point. I mean, I know I'm talking for 35 minutes without actually doing any technical analysis, but this is all like the stuff I'm trying to teach you guys, right? And we'll go through a lot more in the DCC. Speaking about ranges as well, I wanted to do a really in-depth video on ranges and how to train the ranges as well. I'll do that in the DCC tonight. I promise you. Yesterday I had a bit of a migraine. I planned to do it in the evening. Had a migraine. I fell asleep probably around, what was it, like 7:15, 7:30. I knocked out on the sofa and I was gone. But as you can see, we establish whatever is thing. For me to say, yeah, we've got some bullishness, is we have to step back into this range low, show bullish price action, then we can play it back to the mid-range, from the mid-range and then range high. Once we get above the mid-range high, shows continuation of bullishness, then I can say, hang on a second, this was the low. And then this is giving me a confirmation to go. Now don't look at it as, oh yeah, it's 15k to 24k, right? And that's a 9k difference. Don't look at it like that. You can still play the longs, that's not a problem. You can still play your spots, you can still play your leverage and whatnot. But there's nothing to show me there's bullishness. We're coming to the end of year. We're coming to the end of year. I do expect some sort of pullback to happen. It could happen in December. When I say pullback on the upside, but I do think there's a lot more downside to go on the ground of how price is looking at. We'll find out what the rest of the FOMC meeting. We've got minutes meeting tomorrow. We got FOMC next month as well. So we'll find out what's going on. There's a lot more to play. Then can you tell young people like me how to build a portfolio with 1K? Bro, you can build a portfolio with $200. I told the guys in the DCC, $200 you can definitely build a portfolio. Definitely 100%. All you've got to do, right, Yasin, I'll be honest with you guys and to everyone here, manage your risk. When I say manage your risk, you drop your risk. Don't risk like 10% of your account. Don't risk like stupid amount of numbers or 50% of your account or going hopeful. First, understand price action. Learn price action. That's my first advice to you guys. The second thing to do is learn risk management, right? And the third thing to do is be patient. Have your plan. 90% of trading is having a plan, right? The other 10% is entering the trade and then managing that trade and taking profits. That's all it is. That's all it is. It really is that. That really 90% is having a plan. 10% is the trade, because you can have a plan to be bullish, right? But if it doesn't enter if it doesn't show bullish like signs, then you won't enter the trade. You shouldn't enter the trade because it's not showing bullish signs. It's showing heavy signs, which is showing more bearish signs. And then you can flip your bias. You understand how to flip a bias quite quickly as well. And this is what day trade does. Day trades allows us to really train our minds to flip bias back and forth. You're long and short. You're not just long all the time and then keep getting stopped out. You're just longing and shorting. Okay, so if you want to build your account, that's really the alpha. Understand price action, right? The DCC, we do that a lot. So you can, you guys are more than welcome to join the DCC. Head out to traderdank.com. You can check it out. A lot more information there and whatnot. The second thing is actually risk management. Understand your risk management. Dropping your risk down. So when you're risking your trade, don't be risking like 20%, 30%. If you're gonna risk down like 1% or 2% or 5%, stick to that number. Now I can't tell you what's the best number is. That's entirely up to you there. I have my views, what I think is right, but again, it's non-financial advice. So I wouldn't risk 10% of my account. Now let's just say I got $50,000 in a $50,000 account. Me personally, I'll risk 1%. That's what I would say. I would risk 1% or 2%, around that number, depending on the trade. I do a lot of 2% really, but yeah, no, that's true. I do risk 2%. I don't risk 1%. That's a lie. I risk 2%, but I would say if you risk 1%, that's $500. Now you might be thinking, okay, if I got like $1,000, right, and I'm risking 1%, that's $10. When am I going to build it to 10k? I can understand that. So if you want to risk like, for example, 2% of $1,000, it now becomes like, was it $10? Yeah, it becomes I think it's $20. If you feel like you're risking 5%, it now becomes what, $50. So it sounds small, but trust me, when you're taking a loss, right, I'd rather you lose $10, $20, $50 than lose $100 or $200. Because if you lose $100, for example, that means you got less than 10 trades to make it right. Because if you lose $100 and that becomes $900, lose another $100 and that becomes $800, and then when are you gonna make that money back to 1,000? So understand that. Okay, that's what I would say. So let's get into the fucking the whole price action thing. Let's talk about what the fuck is going on then. All right. So let me just bring this up 1 second. Let's look what dollar index is doing. Dollar index, right? Like, look, and I've said this to you again, and I'm gonna say this now, right? Well, we know what's going on right here. We've got Monday's range, but we're looking to retest Monday's low, last week's Monday's range. This is what it is. As a day trade, this will look like what it is. Now, if it comes back into here, hold support, right? Shows bullish market structure. I'm looking to go back up into 108.09. We've talked about this many, many times, and you can see clearly we've got a gap in the market there. A little bit of a gap left to fill out there. So it can, what it could do, right, as a trade itself, it could come up into this particular area here, I'd say around here. Not around here itself, and it could just do something like this, come back up, breaks down, and come back down. And then you can cut the trade as well as it's showing its bearishness off a block itself. But really and truly, I think that we're going to come back into this area here. A little bit inefficiency to fill out there on that side. So there's again looking at thinking using the idea. I think there's bearishness to come in the market, right, as a whole in terms of crypto and in stocks. Now, for me, dollar index, right. The way Bitcoin has actually, compared to dollar index, we have not respected dollar index at all. When we dropped heavy, like really, really fucking like strong, right? Now, if you look at this way, in what way? So look at this. So when we dropped, right, we dropped from here on the 10th of November. 10th of November is when we dropped, okay, in dollar index. If I look at BTC, right, where did we start dropping? We started dropping before the 10th of November was here. The 10th of November when we started dropping, we started showing bullishness, and then but it went up to this high, and now it's making low. I think it's making lower lows all the way through. Like, look, from here to there makes a new lower low. We make a lower low, and then we start making a new lower low, and it's just showing us more bearishness there. So the 10th of November we started dropping, but we dropped, right? We dropped heavy compared to ES. If you compare it to ES. It's very, very fucking very different. It's the opposite. We've showed in ES bullishness, right? In what way? Well, from this low, from October's low, October's low, we've gone up, lower highs, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. What's going on? We're making a high low, whether it's here, I don't know, and then we go up to a higher high, but we're showing bullishness all the way through. But BTC has showed us the complete opposite. It's not respected what you call it is done. If I were to show again October's low, let me hide all this stuff, and you can see it's the opposite, right? So where's October? October's over here, right? October's low is here. So yeah, we show the low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and then bang, we start making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Like we're making these. It's not respecting Dixie. It's not respecting BTC. He's got his own mind. There's a lot of FUD about the idea of these ETH hackers and whatnot. So I've said this to you last week, and I said this to you this week, and I'm going to say this again today. BTC is not respecting dollar index. I can't really use dollar index as a barometer for me to say, yeah, we're going to be bullish, right? Because dollar index is actually showing this bearishness, and BTC should be showing up to fucking 60K. I'm not saying that. We have to measure it in its own merit now. Unfortunately, we're on our own. Crypto's on our own. We've lost the fucking stock markets there. We've detached from that idea, man. Come on, let's be honest, man. It's really fucking bad. So, Minkus Max is great advice for my 2,000 now 50,000 3 months. Fucking geezer. Congratulations, my bro. Congratulations, my bro. I'm telling you, it's very easy to build that number. Like, this. Like, I've said to you, like, you want to be a millionaire, just learn price action. Trust me, you can easily make that. You can easily make it. Like, not easily. That's the. It's not easy. It's a lot of work, but you can make it. Like, you don't need just the bull market to do it. Trust me. Most of these guys in the bear market have disappeared. They've disappeared. You know who's disappeared and who's here. The names who are tweeting right now are here. The like who are tweeting quite regularly as well. Not just tweeting once in a while and making up some like having a tweet of random shit or showing the food or whatever, and just shows food itself. They're still here. They're still having their ideas. They're still doing the work. They're still doing the YouTube sessions. They're still doing the tweets and whatnot. They don't have to, but they're still here. You know what I'm saying? The ones who disappeared really and truly have, like, there's two things, right? They made a lot of money. They don't give a shit, and they come back in the bull market. That's number one. Or they fucking lost a lot of money too, and they really got hurt by it, and it's affected them, and that's why you're seeing a lot of beef happening on Twitter. You know, it's been happening since December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Even right now in November, there's people beefing right now. I don't fucking understand. Most of these guys in their 30s and 40s, right, fat and overweight, and you're beefing on a keyboard. I don't get it. I just don't get it. But each to their own. Each to their own. Honestly, it's just a weird world out there. But that's bear market for you. You know. End of the day, I'm still here. I haven't left. I'm still doing my sessions on a daily basis. You know. And I'm still building. I'm still building a group, building a community, and I'm putting my time and effort into that. I'm not putting my time and effort eating food and fucking disappearing as well. And look at the girls. You know, like we had Sims in it. We had Sims all over Twitter for fucking in the bull market, and random girls who doesn't have anything going on, doesn't really post content that's of use really. Let's be honest, like, you know, content is one thing, but content of use is a different thing. Most of these girls, you know, I remember one chick, her name was Ray Ray, looked like a fucking donkey, but was it Ray Ray or thingy Raya, something like that, I don't know. She had a massive forehead and stuff like that. I'm not dissing her or whatever. I'm just being honest in it. Like, that's what you got. You got a massive forehead. If I'd say that you've got a small head, that's lying. I don't think I should lie to you guys. But she's got a massive forehead, and she was one of the girls who actually got 100k, 1% of the supply, and dumped the whole fucking market. You know, that's the thing is, she was very dishonest. She was very dishonest and wasn't open about it. And then she claimed depression, and like, you're like, how are you fucking using depression as a you made 100k and you're depressed, bruv? Give me 100k. There's 42 people here. I'll divide that to 42 people here. Wouldn't we fucking be loving it? Yeah, man. They're everywhere. Fucking Derry, trust me, man. Like, I'm blocked. I'm blocked by her. I can't see her no more. I thought, because when I took the piss out of her in it, and she got upset. Like, the chick got fucking sad about it. Let me have a look. Where's the fucking Twitter? There's Twitter. There we go. Let me delete this shit. Can I? What's her name? Her name was Raya. I think Raya. Can you see it? No. Oh, I got an idea. Let me go on my other account on the Daink Country Club. I can get her. She thinks she's smart. 1 second. R-A-A-E. Oh, does anyone know who I'm talking about? Crypto. Yeah, I'm blocked in it. I'm blocked by her. I called her out because she was being dumb. Crypto. Was it Ray? I can't remember her name. But like she dumped it with like 1% of the supply. I can't see her. If any of you guys remember it, please tell me, because I want to find her. Unless she's actually removed her account. But never mind. It is what it is. It is what it is. Where were we? But yeah, you guys are laughing, right? But bruv, like she started calling depression in it, and like I take that as a defense, because to me, right, like, look, just like many of us here have suffered through depression, right, and it gets really, really bad. But if you're using depression as a means to get out of the situation, you're a fucking dickhead, then, innit? You're just a prick. Yeah, women hate you. Apparently, you know what it is? It's because, like, when they see, I think, you know what it is, when let me chat to you guys quickly. When they see beautiful women, right, really pretty women out there, and they feel like a sense of competition. They feel like a sense of competition, and that's what it is. And when it comes to you, I'm not being meaning. I'm just being honest. Like, she talked a lot of shit, and I didn't really like the fact that she talked a lot of shit as well. And I was following her. Don't get me wrong. I did thought she was pretty, but she got a big forehead, innit? So she got a big forehead. Now the geezer, I remember the lady in question, right? She freaking, you know, was posting a lot of videos of how to make margaritas and stuff like that. Nothing to actually, you know, of content. And I didn't see anything good from posting pictures of her horses. The horses look beautiful. I ain't gonna lie to you. She had a brown horse with the freaking white line in the running down the forehead. It was really stunning, I gotta say. But the moment she dumped that 100k, I remember I called her out on that as well. And like, she tried to argue with me, and she's like, yeah, I'm suffering from depression. How dare you? You know, you say this stuff about me, blah blah. I'm like, I forgot what I said to her. And like, I said something quite bad to her. I can't remember, but fucking hell, man. Like, you can't claim depression, man. You fucking numpty. But anyway, nowadays it's always a bunch of jokes now. So let's talk about Bitcoin. What's going on with Bitcoin? Well, we got Monday's range. let's talk about this. We're finding support on Monday's range. Interesting enough as it is. I'm selling my Ethereum short. I haven't taken a trade on Monday. So we've done Monday's itself. Let's just talk about Monday's range and focus on Monday's range today. And then we can look at for other prices at price action itself. So what we got here, right? Quite simply, we got Monday's high. Get this up there. Monday's high. We got Monday's left there. We got the mid range here. And interestingly enough, we closed below the mid range on the the hourly. The daily open. So the daily open was about. Let's have a look. Was here. So that's where the daily open is, right? This is the daily open was right here. Was it here? Yeah, it was that candle. The daily open was right here. All right, and look where we are. We are just at the daily open, and as you can see, we had a deviation, support, and we lost it. We come out to resistance. We come out to resistance, and now we just closed above it. Bullish market structure. I can agree with you. We've got a bit of bullish market structure because we've taken out these highs there, and this low is holding there. So I can agree that there's a potential upside there for it on a scalp trade actually. Let's look on a scalp trade. 5 minutes. Let's have a look. Let's see if we can get something out of this. Give me a little scalp trade for this little session here. All right, so let's have a look. So I've got this high here. Let me just, I need to bring this. Yeah, there we go. I've got this high here. No. Let's use the first bounce. The first bounce was this high here. That's the first high over there. All right, so that's the first high, and as you can see, this low here made the first bounce. Find resistance off this area here, find come and support at the 25% range, and we come back up, and now we had a clean smash above it. So any retest here, you can see a quick scalp, right? As long as we hold above it, we can do a quick scalp all the way into, well, target one, I would say, into this particular consolidation right here. Into this particular consolidation. Why is this key of consolidation so important? Well, let's have a look, right? You see this area here, we've got consolidation over here, come back down, come into resistance. That's the mid-range from Monday's mid-range, and that's what happened. Entering Asia, we come at the mid-range and we found resistance, come back down, spikes into this area, into this consolidation over here, and we sell off. We sell off, come into 25%. So what we're looking for is a retest, a potential retest, and I'll be looking for, that's a good trade, at least for target one here, and target two, we go to the mid-range, and that's it. I'm not looking for anything else, looking for a quick scalp trade. If it comes back down, does this, right, does this, I cut the trade, and that's the end of that, right? And then we'll see how it goes. I'll be looking for shorts, to be honest, from there, because this block here, right, this is what we call a bearish consolidation, right? What's a bearish consolidation? This is the consolidation, which is actually showing us there's bearishness. There's making lower lows, lower highs, right? So I want to see, especially this high hold, right? Really, but really, your invalidation will be here, okay? So if price come back up, we can get a scalp trade back into this one. Can it pull back deeper? Potentially. Let me just fucking get that back up there. It was right, no, a little bit higher. It was right around here, approximately here. That's where the the area of consolidation was. So if we can get into, let's see, we've got this actually. I've got this. Can I see from these down candles over there? Can price come back down here, right? Get back up, hold support. This is a very good long, right? For potential short-term long, or a scalp trade, with a stop loss over here from these lows there, and the confirmation will be into here. Once we get back up, that's your confirmation, and I'll say, yep, we're good to go. I'll still keep my stop loss here. Well, it depends on whatever the deviation is. I put my stop loss there, looking for the breakout to this high over here, and then from there we squeeze into the mid range. That's what I'll be looking for if we get back above the Monday's high itself. This mid range here, and then we can play it back up to 75% of range, and then squeezing up to the Monday's high itself. That's what we're looking for in terms of the trade-wise. Now, I'm still leaning bearishness, which means that as this is a bearish consolidation, resistance, I'm expecting this is going to be a resistance, which is why confirmation for longs will have to be above here. Something like this, and I can say, yep, we can go back up all the way to the upside on the 25%. One second, give me 1 second. I'll let the door open here. Sorry about that. So we're looking to go all the way back to 75%. What's going on? You got 100k coming to London. Come on, bruv. You're more than welcome. Come to Birmingham. That's where I am at. But I'll come and see you, bruv. 100%. Ning's loving Pirate. Bless her. Yeah, Pirate's cool, man. Reaction 11:15, 11:16. We'll watch this stuff. Okay, we'll have a look at that thingy. What's going on, Belinda? How you doing, man? Need some toxicity? Nah, man. Bro, fuck toxicity, man. We ain't doing this shit. Toxicity is for like people who just fucking got nothing in life, good for them in life, in it. You know what I'm saying? But we carry on as we carry on going forward. Anyway, so yeah, so that's why we're looking for bullish price actions to get back up. So on a higher scale, right? Let's have a look at this on the 15 minutes, right? We're still looking at the bullish scenario. Is that something like this would be nice? So I think it was around here. That's the area of consolidation where price was coming into. So if we do this, we get back up, hold, something like this. If it does something like this, right, let it do its thing. Once we get back above this block here, the highs itself comes in about let's see what the high is, 15,967, right? And this is on the Binance chart, okay? And then we can play it back up to 75% of range, and I'll squeeze it back into this here, 16.2k, looking for Monday's high. Why 16.2k? Well, that's a very interesting question that I just asked myself. What it is, if you remember this consolidation over here we talked about last week? Well, that was the base of the consolidation. So I'm going to expect there's going to be some sort of reaction over there, right? Now, I'm quite happy, right, looking for price to come back up. And if it comes back up to Monday, so I'll take the long there, no problem. If it comes back up over here, plays into this, gets back below this 16.2k. Oops, fucking my arm. Shit off, man. Fucking Tourette's and motherfucking numb on the arm in it. So if it comes back up, right, comes into this area, whatever it wants to do, let it lose this low there. Once it gets back below here, I can short this market back to where? 14k. And that's a very good swing trade to play back down. And as simple as that. That's if this price action happens. If it's were to be bullish, hold into it, and then it shows bullish price action, I can go to 70.5k. These are the areas I'm looking for. I'm being patient. In the meantime, I'm just day trading and scalp trading wherever I can get. That's all it is. Nothing too complicated. Why 14k? Well, if you look on the weekly, right, 14k was the high of this particular high. That'll be a minimum target there. You can see all these inefficiencies here. There's nothing to buy here, my friend. There's no reason for us to start buying. Like, why are you going to be buying at inefficiencies? If that's the case, right, you could argue with me that there's inefficiencies over here, right? Let's see, right over here, all these inefficiencies here. Then buy here, and then come back and talk to me at 15.7k. Are you still buying inefficiencies? Don't fucking buy inefficiencies, man. Wait for it to do its thing, man. Let it fill out the inefficiency. Let it establish a range bound environment. Then we start looking to buy it. Shows bullish price action. Then we can get like more of a consensus that yeah, the probabilities increase. Until then, you're fucking fighting against the odds, man. You don't fight against the odds. People fight against the odds. It's just it's risky trade in my opinion. It's really risky. I mean, look, I agree there's bullish plays, right? But it's only a day trade. There's nothing else. So if I want to look for shorts in terms of using Monday's range, how would I play this? Well, let's have a look. I've highlighted a block, right? And I'm gonna have to highlight the same block again, right? And we can just focus within this range, okay? Let's just bring this up like that. Okay, cool. There. Now, I'm quite happy for price to come in here into this area there. Can you see that? This is the consolidation we talked about. We lost it, come up with resistance, come back up, resistance, come back down, and we come back into it, no problem. So if I see price come into this area here, let me just draw this properly. Sorry, it's really fucking cold, man. I left the window open last night like a dickhead, man. I should have worn my dressing gown. But yeah, I got a dressing gown, guys, as well, man. I love wearing dressing gowns in the winter. You feel like a fucking boss. You're walking around like you got a gun in your hand. Well, this is my gun in it, and I'm pretending to shoot plates or fucking the TV or some shit like that. Because yeah, well, anyway, that's fucking weird, isn't it? It's fucking weird to say that. Yeah, I pretend to shoot plates. What the fuck is wrong with me today? Oh, fucking hell, man. I should have been diagnosed with Tourette's or some shit like that, man. Ladies and gentlemen, this is ADHD at its finest, who's never been treated. I've never been treated for ADHD, and I definitely do have ADHD. But anyway, plate shooting, yeah, fucking chucking plates in the air, and with my gun shooting it, but it crashes on the ground in it. But yeah, so looking for bearishness, right? Let it do its thing, right? Let it come into this area here. We said we were going to be bullish if it gets back up, and then I can start looking for longs over here, for example, and that will give me an increased probability to play it back up. If it's coming into key areas of resistance, we can see this is an area of resistance, right? This is key. It's a key area of resistance, not a key line, a key area. The key line is the mid-range. The key area is this block over here. Let it come into here, find its thing. Once it gets back below here, shows continuation of bearish market structure. Now I can short the market, right? This is giving me an increased probability with a stop loss over here. Play it back down to 25% of the range, and then we can see we can lose this area here, squeeze it back down to range low, to Monday's low. Monday's low hasn't been taken out. We are holding below the mid-range. That means there's an increased probability, in my opinion, for it to go to Monday's low. Why? Because price is closer to Monday's low than it is to Monday's high. So the magnet in price, just like we talked about the magnet thesis, the magnet is actually trying to pull it down to Monday's high. Now what it's trying to say is like, no, I don't want to get short, but really smack the motherfucker back down and let's make the fucking peas. Show my eyes. My eyes is fine. I'm not high, man. Am I? Do I look high? I'm blessed. I don't know what it is. I had a long ass sleep, man. I had like a good 11 hours. I haven't had 11 hours sleep for fucking God knows how long, man. I just got too much energy. This ADHD is really kicking off now. But yeah, that's all it is. And that's BTC done. Bang, let's go. What's the next one? Let's do Ethereum. Ethereum's a good one, man. Ethereum, I'm loving this, man. I still got the swing trade going on, you know? This is a fucking beautiful swing trade. Come on, man. Give me a round of applause for that. Fucking caught it to the top right there. And fucking smashed it out there. Fucking hell. So, I mean, you got influencers saying, yeah, Bitcoin is never going to go down to like 1K. Bro, fuck out of here, man. We're going to 1K. You know why? Let me talk about this. Right? I got another trade here. This is a beautiful trade. I'll talk about that in just a second. What we need to talk about really is the short in the bag in it, which is the bear in the bag, which is Monday, July's range. We talked about July's range, and I said this on the tweet. Let me show you. Where's the fucking tweet profile? So you guys don't think I'm making a bullshit up. Speaking about tweet, right? Fucking the World Cup is on. What's the score? One second, because I know I'm doing this for you lovely people. Argentina's, mashallah, Saleh Al Sahri and Salim Al Dawarsari is being fucking Argentina, bro. We are missing the game of the century, fam. Fucking hell. How long's left? This is the second half. We need to end this quite quickly, though. Damn, boy. Lionel Messi getting raped over here, man. Well, oh well. Who's playing tomorrow? I know. I gotta watch the France game. France versus Australia. Like, I'm sorry, Goonie. I'm sorry, like, you know, my Australian brothers in it, but like, I'm Team France on this one here. I've got to go Team France in it. But Mexico versus Poland. Sorry, Burb. I gotta go Mexico. Denmark versus Tunisia. Sorry, Muslims out there. I gotta go with Denmark in it because like Denmark is like I love the Denmark. The Denmark geezers are. They're fucking sick. Senegal lost against Netherlands. I was quite upset about that. I ain't gonna lie to you. Really upset with that. Wales against USA. I'm glad that we drew 1-1. I'm Welsh, by the way, if you guys don't know. Born in Bridgend, a little island in not island, little city, a little village in Wales, down South Wales, not too far from Cardiff, about 20 minutes from Cardiff, in a hospital called the Princess of Wales, Princess Diana, Princess Diana's thingy hospital there. I'm fucking losing the plot here. Anyway, back to work. What are we talking about? So let's talk about the vendor market, right? So the vendor market is this now. We got July's range, and we are stuck in July's range. So let me just draw this out, so then we can delete this all out. Sorry, Pirate, I'm fucking losing the plot here. I'm a football. So that's the mid range right here, right? And I mean, you guys are already seeing this right there, right? And without me saying anything, because you've seen me do this over and over again. And if you haven't, not understanding it just yet, it's okay. We'll work this out together, right? So look at this, right? This is July's range. We've got July's low, we've got July's high. We've done a deviation. Take out July's high over here. Done a deviation. Come back down. And what happened? Come into resistance. Come back down to the mid range. Remember, we play from high to mid to low. Let me change the color. Right, the mid is black. Right. Then once we go there, we got consolidation over here. This is all consolidation, which we've been playing for several weeks, right? And then we break out. We come to the 75%, and we do a deviation of the 75%. Now, yes, there's a bit of inefficiency here. I was kind of looking for that inefficiency to be filled out. It didn't do it anyway, so it is what it is. But then the key point is, where did he find resistance? Off this area here. Can you see off this block of consolidation here? This is on the daily, but on the hourly, you will see consolidation. We didn't have a clean candle above. We just have wicks. These wicks are bearish, right? They're bearish, right? And once we get back below it, right? Like once we get back to range low, obviously we cleanly smash it on the daily. But it will get back below the mid-range, and because we go back below the mid-range, a lot of us, including myself, was looking for a retest over here, and then break it back down to 25, and then to range low. The reason why we're looking for range low, you can say to me, yeah, this is a double bottom, whatever. You can say that. You can completely say that to me. But in my opinion, is this: there's liquidity resting at range low. There's liquidity resting at July's low. We've taken out July's high. Why can't we fucking take out July's low? What's so difficult about that? Like, is that something to not? Is there a reason not to be bearish? One argument is this. Now, let me explain to you this, right? One argument is this block over here. See this last Daink candle over here? One argument is that. They're saying to me, like they're saying to all of us, that like this is bullish, so we can actually enter a trade with a stop loss here. I agree. But where would I start to understand that thingy? Understand the market going back up? I will only look for longs if we get back up and find support. Then I'm like, yeah, you know what? This is now is giving me confirmation. I can definitely enter longs over here to 25% of the range, and then we can squeeze it back to the mid range, and then we'll see if we can fill out this inefficiency here. I don't fucking know, but we'll work it out from there, level to level. But that's the way I'll be looking for longs. Until then, there's nothing to be bearish. One can say to me, yeah, we're forming double bottoms over here, but there's stops over here. Let's look at the double bottom right here, motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? There's double bottoms there. Why can't we take out that low? And why can't we do something like this? Come back into here, and then give us the bullishness. Be like, yeah, you know what? This is fucking long. And then we can do this. You know what I'm saying? Then we can do all that. But what I'm trying to say to you is be patient. If you got a reason to be long, right, no problem. But is it showing you any reason to be long? Don't let one candle, like yesterday, give you the idea this was a long over here. Because we had a wick over here. Ignore this candle here. We had a wick there. Don't say, yeah, you're long in here to stop loss there. Don't enter in blindly. My opinion is literally this. If you're entering in blindly, you might as well freaking handcuff yourself to a fucking pole naked and let people just freaking throw tomatoes at you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a bit daft. It's a bit daft. Like, have you not learned over the bear market, over the couple of months that we've done, that this is a really, really shitty looking market right there? And it's just continually going down south. And while it's going to continue down south, you've got to take the trade down. You know what I'm saying? You've just got to accept that. I'm sticking to the low. Describing good times. Bless you, bro. But yeah, I'm quite happy to let price come back down, let it do its thing, hold into this. This will be a bullish market structure, right? Because why are we taking out the highs from here? Then we can play back into there. Once we get back up, this is now your confirmation to play back to 25% range as target one. And then we can play up to mid-range. Mid-range, we play up higher prices. Because we can still go back up to 75 and range higher. I'm not saying we can't. I'm saying we can still do that. But he needs to give me the reasoning behind it. We need to take out stops. We can't let these stops build up. I mean, we can't have these stops building up over and over again. Like, keep building up because they're going to get flushed out, man. It's going to be... Let's just say you were a trader and you got millions of dollars, right? Like, you're trading this, right? And you got a hedge firm or whatever. I don't know. You got something going on. You've got a short going on in place, right? Okay? You know there's stops over here. And a lot of these plebs out there, right? You guys aren't plebs because you're watching the show, innit, right? The ones who are not watching this shows are plebs here. Plebs in what way? Plebs as in, like, they're just thinking everything is just long because, you know, it's like price has gone down from 4K to 1K, time to start buying. But what I'm saying to you is that if you got a hedge firm, you got $1 million on this short, right? You can easily target the lows. You are looking to target liquidity. Look at this. You're looking to always target liquidity. Look at liquidity. When we got up to here, there's liquidity building here, 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 liquidity building there. And you see how price has come back down. We've taken out the liquidity. We took out this liquidity there. When we come back down here, we've swiped out this liquidity here. Now we're coming back down and there's liquidity building over here. So now we need to swipe this motherfucker up. Why is it going to hold this? Why is it going to think, you know what? These three sets of liquidity there. Fuck it, you know what? They're good people. A lot of people looking for longs. Let's just send the market back up. They're not going to do that. They're never going to do that. They're going to say, you know what? Let's fuck these motherfuckers up. You have to remember, if you're longing, I'm shorting. I want to stop you out. I'm sorry, I need to take your money because you're doing the wrong thing. You don't want to do the wrong thing. Just let this play out in a way for us to show some bullishness. It's not showed any bullishness at all, and I have no reason to be bullish in this market, man. None whatsoever. It's fucking, I mean, it's bonkers in my opinion. But I mean, I've still got this short going on, and I'm looking for liquidity. Well, I'm not looking for liquidity. I'm just playing at range, level to level. 1044 is where my thingy is, my TP. The low is at 1043 in it, but I don't really fucking care. The low is what? 1043.65. Yeah, the low is at 1043.65. I'm happy to go to 1044, and then that's it. And that trade is a 7.3R trade. Imagine this, right? I did a swing trade, 5% of my portfolio. Let's say it's like I'm like, normally I risk like, let's say I risk one grand, and I risk five grand on a 5% account, right? Thing using 5% of the risk. Is now this trade now becomes $35,000, and all I had to do was just hold this for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What am I thinking on this, right? Tuesday. Well, yeah, for a whole week, 2 weeks, like a week and a half, and then it just made 35 grand. It's really easy to do this as well by playing it level to level. It's not that difficult there. Thank you, Pyro. Appreciate that. And I still think 1044 is the area that we need to come down to. There's liquidity building in these areas there. Yeah, we'll work this out level to level. That's one trade there. My second trade I took was this. Let me break this down to you on the 15 minutes. And I talked about it on the conference call with BC Richfield. Shout out to BC Richfield. And I took this trade right over here, right? Now, it was at 10:35 night. Yeah, around there. That's where it is. Anyway, so I took the trade over here. Now, why did I take this trade? Because I said to you guys yesterday, if you remember, that this was an area consolidation, and all I did, right? This is an area consolidation, and all I did was just highlight the high to the low, right? And I made it as a block. That's what I made it as a block, nothing else, right? As a range, and I've just used that as a particular area for me to start trading. And I was looking to go back into the range. The reason why I was watching the game of football, right? Let me delete this, right? We see this price doing this, right? So you see a lot of people like to use a lot of trend lines in it. It's all good in it to use trend lines, and it gives us the confluence in it. At the same time, you need to start marking out areas of resistance in it. For me, was this area here. You see this up candle there? That's the last up candle, right? Let's send the market back down. You can see quite clearly, we come back down, resistance, come back down, resistance, and we sell off, right? And we're making lower lows each time. So it's showing us bearish market structure every single freaking time. So once we came there, now I was like, all right then. So are we bullet? So I didn't enter here because I was like, if we reclaim from these highs there, then I can play a scalp trade over here. So I'm being patient. The point is being patient. So what I did, right, was literally this. I was watching this, right? I was like, all right, cool, no problem. Price start coming back down, right? I dropped it down to the 5 minutes, right? Where's the 5 minutes? There we go. Let me delete this. Drop down to the 5 minutes. I start looking at this, right? And I'm like, okay, what is going on? So we got a few things. Number one, I want to mark out the daily open. Okay, the daily open for Monday was this. Where's the daily open? It's right over here. That's the candle there. I'm gonna mark this out in blue because that's the daily open. Where the fuck is it again? It was right over. No. Okay, now. There. So it's this candle here. There's a little spike up there. Got you. Right. So this is the daily open right over here. Right. And I see that. Hang on a second. All we did really and truly, right, was we found resistance here. Right. Do a bit of a deviation there. Found resistance. We found resistance. We come up there as resistance, and we come back down below. And we come back down below. I was like, all right, cool. We've got fucking resistance. This is a key area of resistance over here. So what's causing a resistance? And I'm like, okay, there's got to be a particular consolidation. And that particular consolidation is this. Let me just highlight that. That's the area of consolidation that's hiding as resistance from that high, from that low. Right? This low here to this high there. This is the area of consolidation, deviation, like resistance, come back up, resistance, with a bit of a deviation, come back up, resistance, resistance, resistance. And it spiked up resistance. We didn't get a clean close above there. If it did, I'll start looking for the longs. Then I can play it on the upside. I was like, all right, cool, motherfucker. Let me watch England to the side, right? England is gonna win this game. So I'm like, fucking, I don't have a drink of tequila. Well, Cooney, if he didn't say range man, then this isn't Daink. Appreciate that. It's an imposter. Real Daink is always watching the footy. So yeah, I want to watch that Argentina game. So yeah, I start saying resistance, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna put a stop loss here. I entered in the trade, was quite confident there, and then once we come back up there, find resistance, and you see this now. We start making lower highs. I'm like, this is my like the area from here. We start making lower highs. I'm quite certain what we are actually finding resistance. You know, we are having a key moment of thinking resistance. And if I would do this, that's the mid range. That's the motherfucking mid range of this block of consolidation here. And all we did, right? This is the mad thing here. The price just literally did the stop run of the high, come back into this range band environment, find resistance, close below on the 5 minutes of resistance, close below the resistance, close below over here, well, deviation, and we start closing below. I'm like, yeah, cool. Range band environment from this low here. Once we lose this low here, oh, fuck off, you know what? Let me just fucking draw that out. Once we lose this low there, that's giving me confirmation. And look what happened. Find support. Then we come down, resistance, bang, sells off, and it's all good. And then what I did, I posted it out, and I was like, yeah, time to play this now. Now, looking at where we are right now, we are close to range low of this low itself. The liquidity we're hunting. See this liquidity we're talking about over here? This liquidity there? We're hunting that out. I'm just looking for this liquidity, and I just want to make that piece. I haven't taken any profits. To be honest with you, I haven't taken any profits. I've just brought my stops to break even. I need to bring out my stops a bit tight anyway. I should do that straight after the show. But I really think that we're going to go a lot more lower. Now, what I'm looking at is this. If I'm like, let me just draw Monday's range. Do I have a chart with Monday's range? No, I don't. Let me delete this for a second. I'm going to bring this all back up in just afterwards anyway. Let's go on the 15 minutes. It's an hour and 15 minutes. Let's end this out quite quickly. So Monday's low is that. That's Monday's low. Where's Monday's high? Is that Monday's high? Yeah, that's Monday's high. This is Monday's high, and that's Monday's low. We are finding support on Monday's low, right? Let's focus on Monday's low, nothing else, right? Looking for a potential long using Monday's low. That's what I'm looking at, right? We're finding support like Monday's low. Support, support, support. We're coming back down. From the first time we actually took out Monday's low, when we took out Monday's low today over here, right? Let me just change the color. Going red. Some of you guys think it's pink. Someone called me out on the show, innit? What's going on, Madcap Bat? How you doing, brother? Oh, bless you, man. I'm really happy to have you here, man. Smash up the likes, everybody. I really appreciate that. So we took out Monday's low, right? We took out Monday's low. We should start finding bullishness. So this high here should be an area for us to get back up. Once we get back up, we hold above it. Then what we're looking for, 25% to mid-range. From the mid-range, reclaim and hold above it. Then we can go up to 75% and then range high. Now, how price is doing right now, it's coming back to Monday's low. We can come back down and take out the liquidity that's over there on the left-hand side, which I'm quite happy with. Once we step back into Monday's low, you can play it back up to this area because this is a range-bound environment over here. But the confirmation is really, truly in this. Once you get this confirmation, you play it back up to mid-range to range high. That's what you're doing. Now, the bearish play is this now. The bearish play is quite interesting. I can't use this chart here. I have to use this chart here. Where is it? Let me just bring up all my levels back up because I need to bring up, because for me, this is. One second. There we go. That's it. The bearish chart is this I have to use, right? Is on this. I know I've got Monday's low here. We know that's 1044 level is the weekly low. We discussed that just not too long ago, right? We've gone the 15 minutes for a second, right? Monday's low is here. How do I play Monday's low going back to 1044 as a potential shorting opportunity? Let me do this, right? So wait, hang on a second. Where's the fucking low? So this is the low we're looking at, right? And here is the 25% of the range, okay? That's the 25% of the range of that weekly range, and we're below that 25% of the range, and we're taking out the stops out there, which is not a problem. But I do think there's a potential downside. But how do we play this out? So if I just delete all this, right? I know this is Monday's low, right? Everyone can agree this is Monday's low right here. How do I play this, right? We are in a range band environment right here, above that Monday's low, right? If we hold above it, we can squeeze it up to here, and then we can play the Monday's range, 25% mid-range and whatnot, right? As we discussed. Now, if I'm looking for shorts, I'm using this, right? So I can see that price is getting capped right at this particular area of consolidation. Well, let me just try and hide all this there. You can see this price getting capped at this area of consolidation, okay? Now, finding resistance, right? We can't reclaim above these highs, right? If we have a bodily candle up there, what does that show us? It shows bullishness, right? Then any retest, we can play back up to the next level, okay? So it's not showing me anything that's bullishness. We're getting back below this thing here, above this block of consolidation. If we close below here, it's fucking shit. So now, if he comes back down, finds retest, right? Retest off this area here, I can actually enter in, right? I mean, like, I'll keep a stop loss over here. That's me personally. But you can keep a wider stop loss over here above the swing high there. And then you're playing it back down. Once you get back down, this is an area of support. This has been this key level here. Support, 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 support. This is Monday's range. Once we get back below it, find resistance, breaks down there, then we go to 1044, and that's your confirmation. And this stop loss is absolutely valid. That's all you gotta fucking do. It's not that difficult. You're finding key levels, and you're just taking that trade off that key level. Be patient. Let confirmation come at you. You don't need to trade off a block. You don't need to trade off an SR. Let the confirmation happen. This, for me, I can compound my position from here. I'm happy to do a quick little compound in a position to go down south, down lower. There's nothing bullish, in my opinion. I've been saying this for a little while now. Playing the shorts as it is, it's pretty straightforward, and you're just following the market as it goes. So I hope everyone actually get a few things out of it. I'll catch you guys soon. Really appreciate you guys always being here. Smash up the likes. Hit the subscribe button. We're gonna keep playing this bear market until it like once it actually revolves itself and starts showing bullishness. Then we take the bullish play. Till then, fucking short the market down, man. But that's it for me, guys. Catch you guys soon. Take care. See you later. Bye, everybody.